Welcome, free yoga community, to another Simply Yoga Asana. In today's class, we're going to really activate the whole back body. Should feel really nice for those of us that have any kind of back issues, and we'll spend a little bit of extra time in reverse plank. I hope you enjoy. Let's find a comfortable seated position. Allow the eyes to softly shut, the spine to be nice and long, and take just a little bit of time to check in with exactly where we are. Not where we were yesterday, a moment ago, where we might be through this class or tomorrow, but right now, listening to the sounds that are far away and the sounds that are close by, and then coming into the sounds of our own breath. And then move into some alternate nostril breathing. So we'll take our right hand. I am doing the same as you, not mirroring you. Take our thumb to our right nostril. And we will take a deep inhale in through the left. Take our ring finger on the right and close both nostrils. Hold at the top. And then we'll release the thumb and breathe out the right nostril. Breathe in the right nostril. Close. Release that right ring finger and exhale out the left. So we'll inhale right, or inhale left since we're on the left. And we'll hold at the top and then exhale out the right. Inhale in through the right. Hold at the top. And exhale out the left. Now let's add some counts. Inhale in the left for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale out the right. 3, 2, 1. Inhale in through the right. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale left. 3, 2, 1. Inhale left. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. 3, 2, 1. And then release. Allow the breath to return to normal. And just notice if even with those few minutes of concentrated breathing, you feel just a little different, a little more aware of that space in between the breaths. And then we'll find our way into downward facing dog. Really spreading the fingers, spreading the toes, bend one knee and then the other, wake up the backs of the legs. We're going to be really waking up that whole back body. So right now, really focus on how the hamstrings feel, the calves. Can the heels sink a little closer to the ground? Can the toes spread a little more? Can the shoulders move away from each other? The fingers move away from each other, the whole palm pressing down. And we'll inhale forward to plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up your back bend of choice. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. And exhale, downward dog. And a few more times with your own breath. Moving through just a simple vinyasa. Waking up the body. Waking up the breath. And that connection between the two. The next time that you find yourself in downward facing dog, let's take a few more breaths. Allow the heart to settle, the breath to settle. And then we'll inhale forward to plank. Exhale, and we'll stay in plank and activate, pulling our hands toward each other, our hands toward our feet, our core engaged. And we're going to inhale and lift the left leg. Just reaching that heel up and back. Feeling the front, that right leg really working, the core really working. And place the left leg down, reach back with that right heel. Again, feeling the core engaged. See if you can feel that little bit of a round in the spine and that right heel reaching long to get higher. Same deep breaths. And place the right foot down. We'll take an inhale in plank. Exhale all the way down to our mats. We're going to untuck the toes. And we'll bring our elbows right underneath our shoulders for a little sphinx. As we pull the chest forward, press down with the tops of the feet, roll the shoulders back, slight tuck with the chin, and feel like you're trying to use the tips of your fingers to pull your heart farther and farther forward. Same deep breath. Now we'll bring our hands back toward our floating ribs, our low ribs. First, we'll just come up for a nice cobra, pressing down with the tops of the feet, reaching the heart forward and up, rolling the shoulders back. And then float the hands. Same deep breath. Now we'll place the hands down, press down with the tops of the feet, engage the core, engage the back, press ourselves up as much as is comfortable using the strength of the arms, upward facing dog. Float the back knees if we can, spreading the fingers, and deep breaths. One more inhale in. As we exhale, we'll take the knees nice and wide on our mat and head back for a moment in child's pose. Allowing the body to sink down. Notice the thoughts. Notice the breath. Notice the focus. And we'll come back forward to our plank. And this time, one forearm at a time, we'll come down to forearm plank. Interlace the fingers except for the pinkies. Press the hands down. Pull the elbows back toward the toes. If this becomes too much at any point, you can place the knees down, but keep pulling the elbows back toward the toes, engaging the core. Feel like there is someone pulling ever so gently the very center of your spine, trying to float those vertebrae closer and closer toward the ceiling and lengthening through the crown of the head. One more inhale in And we'll exhale, releasing that down. We'll keep the right elbow down. We're going to bend the left knee. Reach back with the left hand for the inside of that ankle. Flex the left toes. Kick into that left hand. Feel the chest getting nice and high. And same deep breath. And switching sides, bring that left elbow down and the right knee. Reach back with the right hand. Strength of the leg to open up the chest and shoulder. And deep breaths. Now bring both forearms back down, tuck the back toes, interlace the fingers once again, and coming up. Forearm plank. Now this time we will lift the left heel up. Few breaths. And placing that left foot down and lift the right. Feeling long through the whole body. Long with the breath. And placing it all down. Before we get too comfortable, we'll bend both knees. We can reach back with both hands, the outsides of the ankles, insides if you're feeling adventurous, and we will flex the toes, kick into the hand, reaching up and back. Same deep breaths. And releasing down, and we're going to flip onto our backs. Our heels close into our sits bones. And we will press the heels down and lift the hips up, rolling high up onto the shoulders. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, come up to the balls of the feet, and we'll slowly roll down one vertebra at a time as we exhale. So inhale, press the heels down, lift the hips. Exhale, move nice and slow, balls of the feet roll down one vertebra at a time. Do this for a little while, moving with your breath, feeling all of that activation that we already have in the body. Notice the focus. Notice the thoughts. The next time you find your way up, take a deep inhale in, and we'll hold the breath at the top, really pressing the hips high, rolling up onto the shoulders. Exhale when you're ready. Let's just walk the feet out to the edges of our mat, let our knees fall in toward each other, right hand to the heart, left hand to the diaphragm, and just take a few deep breaths. Feel the heart beating. Notice the breath in and out of the nose. Just noticing right where we are. Let's pull the knees in. Grab onto the outsides of the knees. We'll roll up and down the spine a few times. Find our way to seated. And take our hands back behind us with our fingers pointing away from us. Walk our fingers as far away as is comfortable. A little bend in the elbows. Maybe we can pick up our seat and move it a little closer to our heels. Just really opening up the shoulders. Be sure that the elbows aren't hyperextending, that there's a pressure pushing down all the way through the whole palm. You can allow the head to fall back or the chin to come down towards your chest. Same deep breath. If you would like, you can take some of the weight out of your feet, use your core, straighten the legs if you'd like, really opening up the shoulders. And same deep breath. Now to release, see if you can scoot your seat a little closer to your hands and use your core to gently lift, coming up to seated. And we'll circle the knees with the arms just to release the shoulders for a moment. And we'll take our hands back behind us again, this time our fingertips pointing toward our seat instead of away. And we will press ourselves up for a reverse tabletop. So see if you can get your hips in line with your knees up towards your shoulders. When it feels comfortable, if it feels comfortable, you can drop the head back. But notice if you've rolled onto the outside of the hands and really try and press down with the whole hand. And we'll take a few deep breaths, trying to get the hips higher and higher, the breath deeper and deeper. And then let's reach that left heel straight up into the sky. As high as we can get it. Bend the knee if you need to. Same deep breaths. And placing that left foot down, reach that right heel high. Pressing out from that center, feeling each breath a little more expanded. And releasing down, get a little higher in tabletop. One inhale, hold the breath at the top. And exhale and release. Place the hands down. And this time we're going to take our armpits and put them right on our knees. And see if we can really feel that extension all the way through the spine. Drop the head if you would like, chin toward chest. And reaching back once again, fingertips pointing toward us. If that's a little too much, you can turn the fingertips away. It makes it a little bit easier as we are moving into reverse plank. So to move into this, let's take the feet straight out. First, we'll flex the toes like we're preparing for Paschimottanasana. And with our hands down by our sides, start to walk the hands back. So this should be the same spacing on your mat that you usually have in regular plank. And we'll start just by lifting the hips, feeling that weight on the shoulders, maybe getting those hips a little higher. And then see if you can point your toes like you're trying to put your toes all the way on the ground. Now let that sensation of the toes getting longer and longer and like they're trying to touch the ground on the opposite side be the impetus that gets your hips higher and higher. If you feel your toes moving away from the ground, see if you can use the strength of your breath to get the hips a little higher. If that feels comfortable, you can drop the head back or keep the head long. And a few deep breaths. Releasing just for a moment. And since we're set up so nicely for it, we'll walk ourselves forward, spine nice and long, chin slightly tucked. Nice little forward fold, Paschimottanasana. You can grab on wherever you'd like. We're going to take a little inhale and lengthen, and exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Moving with your breath. And the next time that we find our way up, we're going to come back into reverse plank. And we're going to really focus on keeping the thumb and index finger pressing down. Notice if the weight tries to go to the outsides of the hands, which is the tendency in this pose. Feel that length through the shoulders start to press up. Feel like our heart is floating up above us. And then our toes reach down for the floor on the opposite side. Higher and higher in those same deep breaths. For these last breaths in this pose, I want you to engage every muscle of that back body all the way down through the hamstrings, through the toes, all the way up through the shoulders. Feel it all active. Take a deep inhale in. Hold the breath at the top. When you're ready, releasing down and allow yourself to come all the way forward into a nice static forward fold wherever feels comfortable. Give yourself a little time to breathe and notice the focus, notice the thoughts. And gently roll up one vertebra at a time. We're going to head all the way back onto our backs. Once again with the heels close in, pressing ourselves up for bridge or Ardha Dhanurasana. Just in your practice, hands up at the shoulders, and press ourselves up. Same long inhales and long exhale. And gently releasing down. Pull the knees up into our chest. You can stay here, just releasing that low back if that feels right. Or if plow is in your practice, the feet come up and over. And since we did all that work on the shoulders, the shoulder stand should feel really nice right now. As you're ready, find your way down, and we'll just pull that right knee into our chest, pull it over the body with the left hand. And a little final twist to wring out and let go anything that we're still holding on to. And back through center, straighten the right leg out, pull the left knee in, pull it over the body with the right hand. If there are any thoughts, sensations, emotions that are no longer serving you, that are still holding on, just inhale them all in as you wring out your physical body, and exhale and let it all go, let it all melt. Come back through center, extend the legs out. Tuck one shoulder blade and then the other, allow the eyes to softly shut. Remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Allow the jaw to relax, the eyes to relax. Feel that tingling sensation of all that work we did on the back body as it makes contact with your mat and the floor and melts down and pulls your awareness down into the earth. Allow yourself this time just to ground, just to be. You can stay right where you are, or gently, kindly find your way back to that same comfortable seated position in which we started our journey together. Just noticing if that back body feels a little different, if the breath is coming a little differently, if the thoughts are just a little bit further apart. May you find the discipline in sitting with lessons that make us uncomfortable. May you be able to change the situations that can be changed, and may you have the wisdom to know the difference.